So if you've taken your tensioner apart on a singer like this, then you need to put it back together. And if you don't know how, I'm going to show you. First of all, make sure that this stud has a horizontal slot in it and it's not turned a certain way. Don't forget your pin. They fall out easily and you get them lost, and that will release the tensioner. So just slide it in. There's a hole in the back, and when it gets in that hole, it will go all the way in like that. So then take your two tension discs, and you'll notice that they're concave. Don't put them together so they're facing each other. They should face away from each other like that. Then take this piece here and put those two discs behind it so it looks like that. Then take your check spring. Check spring should be facing with the large spring part to the back. And you'll notice that the check spring has a little bend to it, and that's going to go into one of those spines back there, and it's actually going to go in approximately right there. So this faces down. It could be downward in that spine or this second spine here. But anyway, slide this in so that it goes in, and then slide it onto the shaft, and making sure that this check spring doesn't go into the slot, and then guide this pin into the hole up here, making sure that this check spring faces pretty much straight down, just like that. So now it's in all the way, and this check spring is facing downward, and then move it up so that it goes behind that little stop. So it should snap like that. So once it's in place, then you can take your little cup with the plus and minus on it, and with the cup part facing outward, slide it in place. Then take your spring, doesn't matter which direction it faces, place it in there. Then you have your little washer, which needs to face this way so that the finger is pointing toward you and to the top. Slide it in place like that. Then take your indicator dial and put it on, somewhere around 1 or something like that, and place it in place, and then push it in. And while you're pushing it in, put your screw on. The nut with the little thing goes this direction here until it goes into, I should show you that, there are little holes all the way around the indicator dial that this little pin sticks into, and that's what we're going to set now. So make sure you don't cross thread this, but put it in. So push it in and turn it until it probably gets around, and just flip it around and it'll go in where it's supposed to be. So with the pressure lifter up, not down, because the tension will start to grab when the pressure foot is down. With the pressure foot down and it's on 0, there should be no tension. But when you're on about 1 or 2, you should feel it start to grab. See, there's no tension there. But there's no tension at 1. So what I need to do is push it in a little bit and turn it another number or 2 until there's no tension and starts to grab. That's really tight. It's still a little loose. See how that's loose? So I need to take the slack out of that. So I'm going to crank it up another couple of notches. So there's no tension there, and it's grabbing good. And now this is tight enough. It's snapping back. So there's just enough tension to make that stay. So it's 0, it's pretty loose. 1, you should feel it start to grab. And then it should be somewhere around 5. And you might change that, and you'll have to adjust the bobbin tension next to get it to the correct tension, and then you can balance them.